Hey guys, we have a clips channel. Ooh. And you click on the link and you'll see the clips. And we have a link. Oh, guys, I saw a great movie the other day. It's called, have you heard of this new movie called Dear Dictator? It's a comedy starring Michael Caine, Katie Holmes, Odeya Rush, Seth Greens, and Jason Biggs.
Whoa.
Michael Caine plays Anton Vincent, the dictator of an island nation who becomes pen pals with an American teenager named Tatiana, played by Odeya Rush from Lady Bird.
Ooh.
Fuck. When political turmoil forces Anton to flee, he seeks refuge in Tatiana's garage in the suburbs and teaches her how to start a revolution to overthrow the mean girls in her high school. Did you know that? Naturally, mayhem ensues. You can watch Dear Dictator now on DVD or on iTunes.
I'm going to do that.
We should watch it.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast off! What's that?
Space.
You've never done that before when you go wah, 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 wah.
It was space. I was trying to guess and the space.
It sounded like some sort of fucking Filipino thing. Is that
you
Filipino?
You think that's how we talk?
Yeah, Filipino voodoo. Wah, 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 and all of a sudden, like, you know. Oh yeah, that's good. That's it. That's it. Welcome to another episode of I'm your celeb king. Yo, what's up, dude?
Yo,
you know, I'm Urban Bobby too. What's up, brah?
What's up?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? I do. No, don't do that. Don't make that face. Okay. So we got Gilbert here, flat face.
What's up?
I love him.
Flat.
Brown and beautiful. We got Khalyla, my girlfriend, my life partner. You know what I mean? Fuck yeah, bro. We got this white piece of shit right here, man. And I'm on to you, man. All right? You're fucking desert white, bro.
Desert white.
You got a farmer shirt today.
You know what I mean? The desert white.
Hesperia white.
Yeah, but they're shifty out there in the mesa.
In the
right? They're like
plateaus.
They're cooking up stuff, right? They're in trailers, you know? And he's got his fucking shady cousin right here, man.
Oh, damn.
Bryce. Whose name is Bryce? That's fucking plateau shit, bro. Shut the fuck up, man. I love you, though. I love you, man. But we got a very special guest. I'm just going to throw out some of his credits. He's in a new movie on Netflix called Tremors 2.
6.
Is it 6?
6.
Yeah, I
Did you really just say that wrong number?
No, I thought there was only one Tremors.
No, there's 5 before.
Okay, so my bad. But I told you not to talk.
I know, but all right.
Yeah. But
Fuck, I won't say it. Go back.
he was in a lot of movies. Malibu's Most Wanted, Scream. But he's in one of my favorite movies of all time, Bowfinger. Great fucking movie. Don't you love Bowfinger?
Boy, of
But
course.
can I just say this though?
Am I allowed to talk
I was
yet?
in a not yet.
Okay.
And I was in a movie with him called Kicking It Old School, and that's how I met Michael Rosenbaum. That's how him and I became friends. And Jamie basically got me that movie. Okay, so give him a round of applause, Jamie Kennedy, everybody. Yeah. Clap your hands. Now you can fucking talk. Dude.
Yay! What up, buddy?
Yeah.
So that was weird. I was scared. Like you were like, "Don't say anything until."
Yeah. But now you're talking.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I complimented your ears. I liked your ears.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Pointy.
I want to tell you something. So he was doing this movie, Kicking It Old School, and I remember reading, and I thought it was okay, but the guy, like the producers, didn't want me, and then you made it happen. You're like, come in one more time. Yes. You're gonna read it from this guy, right? And I remember you being like super like. Just careful. You didn't say it. You really wanted me to get it. So you were very clear when you were reading it with me. And then when I was saying my lines, I remember you kind of saying the lines, you know what I mean? Mouthing it with me because he doesn't want me to fuck up.
Like a pageant mom?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck you, Mr. Ferguson.
Yeah.
One of our lines.
Yeah, it's one of the lines. And then next thing I know, I get it. And I'm going to say this. All of my career, and I haven't had that big of a career. It's been okay.
Done great. Stop beating yourself
fine.
up.
No, it's fine.
You're great.
I'm just saying that shooting that movie was by far the best time I've ever had in any movie or TV show of all time.
Really?
Yeah. I'll tell you
Really?
why.
I want to hear.
All right. It was shot in Vancouver.
Yup.
We're staying at the Sutton place.
Yup.
And that's when...
he still insists on staying at the Sutton place.
Yeah, because
he
of
has
that
such
way.
fond memories of.
Oh damn! You gotta
time.
tell. I had a great time.
Yeah.
The slut in place.
This Slutton place, yeah. And here's another thing. It was when Oblivion came out.
Oh, Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, right? So there were like days where I just didn't work at all. But you're still out there shooting the movie. So I bought an Xbox
Questing.
and I just never left the Sutton place. The drapes. Yeah.
That's what you were doing.
Yeah, well, you think I was jerking off the whole
There
time?
was times when we could not get you.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Wow.
What do you think I was doing? Whoring it up?
No.
Yeah.
Because you're sober.
Yeah.
But you were just, it was like you get very high energy, and then I can relate to that. And then when you sleep, you're dead. So I thought maybe he's just chilling. But there were times where you wouldn't come out.
Yeah, I wouldn't come out at all.
You would not come out, and I didn't know that you were Elder Scrolling it.
Yeah, I was Elder Scrolling it, and also,
Wow.
yeah, and then also, can I just say this?
Tell me, I want to know why it was a good time. But I'm listening.
Because when you're first of all, when you're shooting with that group of people, there's just, I'm sorry, but there's just no pressure.
Yes, I agree.
No, not in a bad way. I just
great way.
felt comfortable.
Yes.
And I was with friends, and even like Maria Menounos was super nice. She was in it.
We have pictures.
Yeah, that's her name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, you know her name.
Menouno.
Maria
Yeah,
Menounos.
yeah. And I met what was that one breakdancing coach we had?
Oh, Shaba. Legend. That's legend.
What's his name?
bro.
Shabadoo?
Shabadoo.
Yeah, Shabadoo.
Legend, dude.
Legend.
Legend. Dude,
Yeah,
he's Turbo. No.
Yeah, something.
No. He's Ozone. You guys know Ozone?
No.
Bro, Mesa, you don't know Ozone? This is what
yeah.
this is what raised me. Okay, one of my first, probably Beach Street was like my first hip hop movie I ever saw. Probably Breakin' was second, and he was the dancer, the great looking guy. He was Ozone.
He was the star of it.
And did
Yeah,
you guys
and
have to go through like a dance boot camp? before
Big
that?
time. So I wanted to do this movie, and I had these other dance instructors from another movie, and they said, "Yeah, that's not our thing. Meet this dude." And so we went into a dance boot camp. We actually got a pretty good synchronicity ish.
Yeah, I guess.
But it was intense. But keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. And then
Am I allowed to talk?
yeah, say whatever you want.
Oh, I didn't know you said don't talk.
Yeah, no. At this point, hey fucker.
Yep.
At this point, you can say whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen.
So we did the movie, and I created like I became friends with him. I became friends with Rosie, and I became friends with a couple of guys. Even what's that fat Mexican that was in it?
Are you still friends? Eris.
Eris.
Great guy.
Great guy.
Great guy.
I just call him Fat Mexican.
That's very nice.
Close. You guys are close.
And then he used to come to the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Yeah, afterward, like after we shot.
Yeah.
Like every day for a year.
That's sweet.
Just to hang out. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I know. I talk to Miguel all the time. He just texts me.
Oh yeah, Miguel Nunez was in it
Yeah.
too. He was what, Jambalaya man? What was it?
He was Jambalaya man.
Yeah, I love that movie, Jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
Cajun theme.
Yeah, the Cajun theme, right?
Yeah.
I saw him on a airplane. I walked past him. He was in first class,
Yeah.
and I go, "What's up?" And he didn't. There was
No.
yeah, Jambalaya man.
No.
Yeah, so now
He dissed you?
he just kind of looked at me like,
No.
yeah.
He dissed you.
He didn't diss me. He was just like,
That doesn't sound like not a diss.
I know.
It sounds weird.
Yeah. But I go, hey, what's up, Miguel? Right? And he looked up. He has legs crossed. You know how fancy blacks do that?
Yeah. Fancy black.
Love the fancy.
Am I getting in trouble for that?
Yeah.
Am I going to get in trouble for that?
It's a
All
cat.
right.
It's a cat food brand.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is true. Yeah.
Fancy beef.
Yeah.
But that's, wow.
Yeah, it's
Gil's
really good.
quick on the ones and twos.
Fucking Second City right
Wow.
here. Second City, bro.
That was MIT though. That
Yeah, I
reference.
do.
came in.
I'll tell you where.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where I
Smart.
learned it. The first DVD set I ever bought of a show, the
Yeah.
Jamie Kennedy Experiment.
Oh, Gil, you sneaking in the love. Thank
Yo,
you.
first time and bought it.
Well, I was telling you last night, I go, because I was watching your judge show on YouTube. Remember I was showing you?
Yeah.
Your characters on there are fucking off the fucking hook, dude.
Thank you, buddy.
No, but not even. No, I'm not kidding you. It's not. You know, how sometimes you watch Will Ferrell do an impression. It just still sounds kind of like Will Ferrell doing it. But you really transform into these things. Like the Jewish lady. If I didn't know it was you, I would probably go, "That's a Jewish lady."
That's my manager.
That's thank you.
Yeah, the black man.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that. Thank you. By
Who is
the
that
way.
black man?
No, it's a magulation. Is that the right word? Amalgamate, a mix of everything.
Amalgamation.
please.
Amalgamate. Oh, good one. She got it. She's right. Amalgamation
Yeah.
of things of different. So I wanted to do a show that like spoofed judges,
Right.
and so
You have a Judge Judy type.
yeah, I have a Judge Judy type, I have a Judge Joe Brown type.
Yeah.
You know, then there was a show that was a Southern guy, so we called one Southern Justice. We added a gay judge.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing it, and I pitched it everywhere. I've never done something where I've pitched it to, 80% of the town. Everyone died laughing and goes, "Yeah, I can't buy this," but it's hilarious.
Oh, wow.
And I had it. So then I got it all completely with the numbers. I had it budgeted out for like 1-1, so I could shoot 100 episodes. So then I would lay it off. So like I was looking at the Tyler Perry model,
Yeah.
And there's something called a 90-10. And so you do the first 10 episodes, you take a risk. If you hit a certain number, they know they're going to make their money on advertising. They order the other 90.
Whoa.
That's how you make a move right away.
Yeah.
And I took that. Everyone's like, yeah, I can't take this shit out. I can't risk it. Because judge shows are so huge, they don't want to offend their audiences. And comedy shows don't get it. They go, we don't program judge shows. It's a comedy
Yeah.
Yes.
Get angry.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I can't. I can't with all this.
Yeah.
I've never, people left. So now I'm putting it out there. And now.
Wait, so you shot 100?
No. I only shot 12
Uh-huh.
for very cheap.
Okay, good.
They're so good.
They're very
Thank
good.
you.
Remember
Thank
Judge
you.
They're
Jamie?
so good.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I could do this. I had this girl be the bailiff. I could mix it up, and you could do it and sell it by the airtime. That's what I want to do. I don't want anyone to ever give me notes. I mean, I'll get.
I'm there too.
Dude, well, I'll get notes with you.
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
who's creative.
Yeah.
I can't get notes from somebody just fresh out of Iowa State.
All the Iowa State executives.
No, I can't, bro. And it's like.
Well, when they give you a note, how do you respond?
Dude, I got mad issues. Like, I've actually eaten so much humble pie. My shit, I'm like a muffin top. Like, and I'm in a pretty good place where I've kind of hit like my bottom, like mentally, and like emotionally. Because and now I'm actually in this. I know this is gonna sound so corny, but I'm kind of grateful. Like, and I know people say, "Oh, you got to be grateful," but I'm actually kind of in that place. Not all the time, but I'm actually like just going through things, like just being on tour, going like, "Wow, I get to. My name is on the like the Schaumburg Improv." Like Steph, she loves me, she loves you. Our name's on this huge marquee, and then like you're coming, or Whitney's coming, and David Spade's coming. It's like, wow, I'm really lucky. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if I'm on set, and even if it's like for 2 days, instead of like being like, why aren't I the star of this movie? It's like, I'm lucky because I've been through a lot. So
Can I? So that. Not that you're saying that,
but I wanted to go to the executive part. But go ahead.
But now that you're saying that part, we'll go to the executive part in a second. Do you feel then, because there was a point where you were the lead in movies, right? You were the Mask, or the second, right?
Son of the Mask.
Son of the Mask, right? You did a bunch of shit like that, right?
Yes.
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yes.
And then...
Thank you for calling it shit. Appreciate it. I'm kidding.
Dude, Malibu Most is the biggest cult movie.
Joke back.
I know, but don't do that to me, man.
I know.
I'm
with you.
I know, but
I reversed it. It was a funny joke.
I know. But don't do that to me, man. I'm a fucking ally, bro.
I know, homeboy.
I'm Lando, dude.
I know,
I'm Lando.
Right here.
All right.
We'll go downtown.
Yeah, we'll go downtown, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're with me then. All right.
All right, Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, dude.
Go ahead. Go back. No way.
So, because I'm going to tell you something. I never got to where you're at. Mm-hmm. I never got to a point where I'm the lead of a movie. Mm-hmm. I've always been, the eighth gook. You know what I mean?
Classic role.
Yeah.
Classic.
in China, China. Like a movie called China, and he's the A cook. You know what I mean?
China.
yeah. You have the lion appears. You have the logo of MGM, and then Kong.
China.
When we were doing
Yeah.
press for our movie,
Yeah.
you were doing a movie, and you were kind of. I remember you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
You were,
So I was never there, but even me, I felt, me not slipping, but just I wasn't getting what I was getting, and then you have to shift, right? And you have to not take it personally and shift and go. I'm going to go on the road. I'm going to do YouTube videos, and I'm going to do my own thing, and then, you wait back in line. And a couple of 3 or 4 years go by, and you eat some humble pie. It hurts. You see your openers. You know what I mean? Climb, and you're like, right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yummy.
Like when I was
You
doing.
seen the seventh gook?
Yeah.
Can I say that? Am I allowed to say
Yeah,
that?
You're allowed to. You're allowed to.
Sixth gook.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was fifth gook, and the sixth gook now is now. You know what I mean? Right. Like
Mesa, am I
it's
in
so
trouble?
funny because like for instance, when I promoted, remember we went to San Francisco to promote it,
Yeah.
and you would walk around with the breakdancing outfit all the time.
Yeah. I was really
Right.
committed.
Yeah, and we had to do, we had journalists come and interview us, right? We're at a hotel. An Asian chick interviewed me for a magazine, and she goes, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing stand-up." You know how when people, she was cute. She's like, "Yeah, you should," Like she would, well, that person was Ali Wong,
Wow.
okay?
Wow.
So last year I was doing the Oddball tour.
Wow. Was that with? She probably just interviewed you.
She just interviewed me for some Asian magazine, right?
Asian on Asian. Okay.
Yeah. And I just did the Oddball tour with her last year, and she was billed above me.
Oh, she's huge.
She's huge.
Yeah, she's huge.
But you know what?
Huh.
I don't take it personally.
Yeah.
My ego doesn't get involved, and I just accept it. And she's funny, and I'm happy for her. She's a talented girl, and I'm happy. I'm just happy. But you know what? But you have to learn to look at your situation in that perspective,
It's so true.
or you'll die.
It's true, man. And you wonder why people get into drugs. You wonder why people get into sex. There's a great quote Robert Downey Jr. I was reading one time, and he was like, when his didn't know if his movie career was gonna go, and he said this amazing quote. Hopefully you guys will get it. He goes, "Well, I think I have to audition for a pilot for Laura Marr," which back in the day,
Yeah.
Laura Marr was like what you did, these type of pilots, and it was like, you wanted to be a movie star. It doesn't mean it was bad, but
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like he was in movies.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I'll tell you an example.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm going to say this. I don't care. I think this is like the only network that I actually think hates me.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say this, but whatever. It's True TV.
Okay.
Okay. So we're doing a pilot.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like 5 years ago. So you're difficult if your movies don't make money. If they make money, you're a genius.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
I mean, and to me, it's not being difficult. People aren't difficult. This is the sandbox, man. I have seen so much shit go on that you will never hear from me because it's the creative place. If people fight, if they sleep together, that's what it is, man. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
And there's so many. It's weird. The culture shifted in the last 15 years
Yeah.
where instead of being in it, people are kind of spying on it, reporting on it, and also being in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not. That's not how I came up. I believe that's not how you came up.
No.
It was like, Anyway, I'm doing this pilot. It was called Guinness World Records Gone Wild.
Sold.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sold.
Right?
Yeah,
So
I just got a hard on.
you got hard on, right? So my age. So I was actually kind of feeling myself. I was 2011. My agent got me a straight offer. He got me a lot of money to do it, and if it was gonna go, it was gonna be 10 eps, and we would shoot 10 eps every 6 months.
Yeah.
It was total mailbox money.
Yeah.
Like each ep you could buy half a Porsche. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so I was doing, it was a Halloween Horror Nights. I was being honored as the first horror guy. Like, it was just when that was starting to blow up, and I was doing it, and I'm like, dude, a game show. It was like, because, they come around, right?
Yeah,
I'm acting, and it's like, this is before everything was everything. This is before that if you didn't do a job at 2 o'clock, if you didn't do another one at 3:30, you're out of the business. I mean, that's how it is now.
Yeah.
So I get the offer. They close it. They go, dude, you're going to have the run of this. They want the Guinness World Records, but they want that shit fucking crazy. They want the Jamie Kennedy fucking sauce, right? And I'm like, yeah. So I get my friend. I hear him. He starts writing for me. I'm getting jokes. I go down, and then there's a production company that are like the physical production, right? And those are the guys that like run the lights and put everything and make sure they come in time. It's Guinness World Records gone wild.
Yeah.
So they take the most craziest shit and they do a thing on it, not normal one. So one of them was the most bras that you can unhook. This is a record.
Yeah.
And this guy had like 83 in a minute or something.
Wow.
And he looked like he had a floppy hat. He had a beard. He almost had a staff. And I said, did you learn that in the Shire, Mr. Frost? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's like, well, actually, and the network's like, yeah, you can't say that. That was a little, aggressive to him. But so our studio audience was laughing, right?
Yeah.
We did another one with how many cockroaches you could put in. I'm like, did you learn that with other types of cockroaches? Did you just lose the roaches? Like, and they were like, you can't say. I don't remember all my jokes, but I had some good ones and I had some stinky ones.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing, and I love the guy, was that they wanted at first Dan Cortez. I don't know if you know who that is. He's a legend. Dan Cortez was the original MTV, great looking guy, hosted sports. And I said, guys, you hired me. If you don't want this, just call up Dan Cortez. He's right there.
Yeah.
He's in Malibu. He already wants to do it. Right?
Yeah.
So long story short, dude, we did 2 days. We shut down downtown. Do you know Nokia? That whole area?
Yeah.
We took the whole production over. We shoot this whole thing. Big. We did a guy that did the car flip. He did 3 Lamborghinis. So he would flip over one, wait, the next one, flip over one, and they were like, the guy was amazing. Like shit that's now being done. We did it was like 7 years, like pre-viral, right?
Right.
Long short is I did something, and the guy was like, yeah, I don't know if we could do that one. Yeah, and the guy's like the chief producer was like the rigger.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't know if we could try that. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 times, and this was true TV. Literally, they were doing cold cases of like, cold case Akron. They were doing like live courtroom stuff. They didn't have programming.
Yeah.
And I go, and he said something to me, and I go, I want to do it. And he goes, well, I don't think we should. And he goes, I want to do it. And I don't think we should. And I go, well, dude, I'm fucking doing it. And he goes, well, it's just not funny. I go, bro, do you see those lights? Adjust them. Do you see the camera? Work the aperture. I'll do the jokes with me and Bernie, and you worry about the craft service.
Whoa.
Now wait, was that too much?
No!
But it's true TV. It's true fucking TV. I don't care. I'll say it right fucking now. You're true TV.
Yeah.
You should let me run wild. It's Guinness World Records gone wild.
Yeah.
And they wanted this shit to be serious.
Yeah.
You're doing cockroaches. You're doing how many pumpkins you can fucking de-seed.
Yeah.
And the whole, bro, this is a moment right here, bro.
Yeah.
Ally, I need my homie.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right at that moment, I could feel the energy shift. Executives came over, blah, 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 and they were nice to me. It was kind of, and I said, guys, and it's just like a bad cliche. And I go, guys, you guys worry about Mexicans 18 to 33 demo.
Oh my god!
I'll do the jokes.
Yeah.
And I don't. Maybe it was too aggressive.
It's a little aggressive, but I like it.
But let me
I
tell
want
you,
it back to you.
pilot for some reason, I didn't get picked up. It was weird. Dude, first job, I didn't get fired. I think I had like a no fire clause. I had like a no trade Carmelo clause. So like I got a little payout.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, it was on Dan Cortez.
Oh, shit.
Not kidding you.
Oh my God.
But have you ever heard? And I love Dan. Have you ever heard of the show?
No.
Okay, here's the thing. This is before True TV was discovering all these new talents. But I don't care. I don't know if all the executives are there.
Yeah.
You tell me if I went too far. But bro, it was like, oh, let's take the funeral channel.
Yeah.
And now do a sitcom. Hire the guy that knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And fucking let's. Dude, when you're on a set with David O. Russell, Baz Luhrmann, Frank Oz, and he's like, improv, dude, do more, improv. I just worked with the director the other day. So go ahead. It's those small, I'm going to say this, I'm probably making an enemy, I don't care. I don't. They shouldn't. But they should listen to this. Look, the weirder the porthole, the more notes. It's like you could be doing something for Redbox Pakistan. And you get more fucking notes than you could from a fucking 20th Century Fox movie. Go ahead.
You just nailed it.
Yeah. And that's when I went, wow, I might have to take a fucking little time out.
Oh, yeah. Little hiatus.
Because I'm like, dude, what's the deal?
Sometimes I get a note and I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Mm-hmm. So I'll just do it the way I was doing it. Mm-hmm. And then they go, that's it.
So
and you go, I was just doing it.
Yeah.
Like I did it. But okay. You know what I mean? It's every time.
Yeah.
Right. Here's what it is. They want to exude. They want to justify their job.
Dude.
And they want to exude, you know what I mean, their thing.
Dude.
Right? That I have power and I have a thing to say. So they say it, you know, and it's like.
But know your fucking lane. Is that bad to say? I don't fucking. Honest to God, I would never tell Roger Federer how to fucking hit a backhand. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it's like but somehow telling comedians or writers, it's just like there's no barrier to entry.
Yeah,
it's bizarre.
If it's Aaron Sorkin project,
of course,
right? And he goes, I want it the way it's written. You know that his writing is at the top level,
of course,
and that's what he's known for. You're gonna do that,
yes.
Or you're not gonna get hired if you're not gonna do that.
Or it's David and Mamet and everything goes in, or if it's a procedural where you have to say this line because it connects to another scene.
Right? Yeah,
I get that. Mm-hmm. But when you're doing comedy, dude.
But let me ask you this then, because about a year and a half ago,
I know this channel is popular now.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll look at me, but I still don't really. Besides the Carbonaro Effect and Adam Ruins Everything, which I do watch those. I like those. I don't know a lot of the other shows, so I don't know. But they are making a big stink. So what do I know?
Yeah. But a year and a half ago, I was watching something on NBC, and I saw. The trailer for or some sort of snippet of the show that you were doing, the medical show.
Yeah.
And I literally, I don't know who I was with, maybe by myself. I said it to myself. In my head, I said, I think that's gonna last. Because it had you, it was a medical show. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a comedy. Mm-hmm. It was single camera. Mm-hmm. And it's you, but D.L. Hughley as well. Mm-hmm. And it was like this eclectic group of people that I like. I love D.L.
Yeah, he's great.
He's a great guy, right? So I just thought it's medical, right? What happened?
Come on, you asking me?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this first. Did you read for that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You had to read for it.
That was actually, the part was very dramatic. It got more playful, but it was a whole huge monologue about a guy who went to Harvard Med, and he was like kind of like us. He was eccentric, but he was a doctor, and then he got disenfranchised with the system. Yeah. Because there's something called triage. I believe this is the correct thing. So if 3 people come in, who's ever got the best chance of living gets the shot. Mm-hmm. And it's also like there's a whole thing of insurance. It's like twisted. I learned a lot about medical. Like some people can't get in right away. So I've read, man, but it was why you would love that, and what we're just talking about is the whole thing was done by people who are artists. So Amy Brenneman is a great actress, producer, writer. She was one of the EPs. Yeah. Brad Silberling, who's a big director, he's a writer, he did Casper, he's done a million movies. He was the EP. Yeah. Jill who was also another huge writer. I think she was on the Wonder Years. She was awesome. So everyone was very creative, and they really worked, like you were saying, how I did Kicking
Right.
It. They really coached me. And so all I did was I did it, and then they liked me, and they said, you're going to do a screen test, and they coached me for it, gave me the best lighting, and then they gave that to the studio and the network.
Oh, wow.
I had to do a screen test, which was cool. So, but that was a dramatic part, so I have to fight more for stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but what happened was, dude, we were the first thing picked up, dude, and then I don't know, scheduling, our lead got pregnant, you
Yeah.
know, other medical shows.
Yeah.
It's harsh, man.
Yeah, it is harsh.
It's harsh.
Why did I animal? What?
We're going to take a moment for our sponsor.
Brooklyn and the greatest sheets ever made in the whole entire world, America. I'm telling you right now, guys, you have to get Brooklyn sheets. I guarantee you, it's the greatest sheets I've ever used in my whole entire life. That's all I use on my sheets. The Slept King needs to sleep. That's the whole thing, and he uses Brooklinen. I don't know how many times I have to fucking tell you guys. Tell him about it.
Gilbert. Brooklyn sheets are the. My name is Gilbert.
Whatever.
Brooklyn sheets are the best, most comfortable sheets Bobby and Khalyla have ever slept on. Brooklinen.com has an exclusive offer just for TigerBelly listeners. Get $20 off and free shipping when you use the promo code TigerBelly at Brooklinen.com. Brooklinen is so confident they offer a risk-free 60-night satisfaction guarantee and a lifetime warranty.
A lifetime, your warranty, your whole life.
On all their sheets and comforters. The only way to get $20 off and free shipping is to use the promo code TigerBelly.
You gotta buy them because if you're not a real person.
True. At Brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com.
Yeah.
Promo code TigerBelly.
I guarantee it.
Brooklinen, these are the best sheets
in the world ever.
We love those sheets,
Oh
Brooklinen.
my God, so good on my body.
Do you like them, Jamie?
Dude, I love them. You know what I love about them?
What?
When I get on them,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm a sweater. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
And they almost like have like a little like cooler in them, like a little.
You heard it here, guys.
That's thread count. Thread count must be off the
exactly what it
hinges.
is.
Exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Right? Like, can I say that? Like, made in?
Yeah.
Made in like Vietnam? Is that bad? Like,
No,
good
it's
silk?
not made in Vietnam.
Oh,
It's
okay.
American, right? Or what is it?
Alright.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
It's great silk.
China.
Yeah.
Silk.
Anyway, thank you,
Bomb.
Brooklinen. It's great stuff. Yeah, but you know what, dude? It's like, you started with, but you're an actor as well.
Yeah.
Like you're in Boiler Room, right?
Yeah.
So you can do both. Mm-hmm. It's did you didn't do stand up even before you became famous first, right?
I did stand up. No one knows this, and I know that there's like actors that get these reps, like you're an actor doing stand up, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But now every type of group is doing stand up. But I was actually did stand up first, believe it or not.
Oh wow.
But I got more notoriety right away from acting. But so you would do. But you know what's funny? Where I got a lot of love is it's the Factory. Like I would go up and do those little, showcase spots, and that's
Yeah.
where I got my first commercial agent. And then I got my first movie audition.
Wow.
And so, but I was doing like literally open mics, and I do a set here and a set there.
Wow.
I didn't get like on the regular rotation.
Yeah. But that's how you started then.
That's how I started.
Yeah.
And then I got really busy acting, and then like for like 3 years, I didn't touch a microphone.
Yeah. You hit it big fast though, right? I mean, you had Scream.
Scream was it was a big movie. Right
Yeah,
away.
it's huge.
But I mean, I struggled for a while.
Yeah.
And then one of the first things I hit. But I literally
Wow.
went from zero to hero. I don't forget this. I made no money for like 5.5 years. I had no money. Right, every year I remember my tax return was like $9,400. Then I got a Blockbuster campaign, and one of the stars of it was Jim Gaffigan.
Whoa.
And that was in '94, and I went for '95, and I had made $9,400, and my paycheck from that campaign was $98,000.
Oh my.
That was my first like zero to hero, and I was like, and I had gone probably for like 100 auditions, couldn't get anything. But that's when I realized the power of a business, because you kind of don't get paid for the job, you get paid for all the times you audition,
Right.
and it hit. And it wasn't even here; it was a European. They flew me to Europe. We did all this
That's similar
stuff.
to
Yeah,
your
I did
IBM
IBM
thing.
like that. Yeah.
Where you just
Dude, I had zero,
yeah.
350
Wow. On what?
IBM campaign.
Wow, that's
And, but I had to wear a blue.
98 is
I had to wear a
what?
blue
350.
blue space suit
What year was this?
at IBM conferences.
Yeah.
Oh, you had to go to the.
I had to go and walk around, right?
Dude.
And there was no air conditioning, so like the sweat. I mean, it was terrible.
Wait, what
This
were
is
you?
like pre-social media, so that was your social media plug.
What-
You're
where
just
were
walking
you?
around.
I was
Yeah.
a juggernaut or something with this other white dude, Eric Kirchberger from New York. He was a commercial actor. And he was a tall, skinny white guy. Like, he almost looked sickly. Tall, you know, like meek. And I was kind of the short. So we'd walk around these conventions and hand out flyers.
Dude, I did the Blockbuster campaign. We were the Blockbuster entertainment team.
Yeah.
So but the whole thing was in Europe. So we went to Paris, we went to London, and they would have those like conferences, and they would go and bring out the team, and we'd be like,
Yeah.
"Get your new overnight card." Like that's crazy.
Yeah, and then they flew
It's in the
me-
90s.
They flew us to Tokyo.
Wow.
To meet IBM, the president of IBM of Tokyo.
That's the equivalent of like a social media influencer now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you can just post a picture of yourself in a spacesuit.
Yeah.
Before you'd actually have to attend the
Fly to
conference.
Tokyo.
Yeah,
walk
yeah,
around.
yeah. And I met this Japanese guy, and he was in a suit, older Japanese. He was speaking in Japanese, right? And they had a translator.
Yeah.
And basically, he said, "What are we gonna do?" And he basically was asking me if I was hungry, right? But it sounded serious, you know.
Yeah.
And me and Eric look at each other and we go, "Yeah, we're hungry." Right? And he takes us down these elevators. We eat with this guy,
Yeah. Okay.
the main guy, right?
IBM.
We go into a restaurant. There's no sign. It's just like a wooden table with a candle in the middle, really dark,
Yeah.
right? We sit down, and you don't order anything. They just start bringing out food, right? And they bring out a steak. It was a Kobe steak. I never had one before.
Wow.
From Japan. It was like butter melting in your fucking mouth.
Wow.
I remember that meal distinctly because it was like, because right before that, like 3 weeks, I was living with 12 guys in a 2-bedroom apartment in Silver Lake.
What year was this?
97, 98.
Were they comedians?
No, who? No, they were just skaters and my brother and homeless people.
Wow.
I was living with like a lot of guys.
Wee Man, right?
Wee Man sometimes, yeah. A lot of skaters would come into town and they just crash. They called it the dumpster. So they'd crash at the dumpster in Silver Lake.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was on Sanborn, and it was a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah.
It was
I
a
know that
pigsty.
area. Wow.
Yeah, because back then there was, like it's now hip. There's cute restaurants.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
yeah. But back then, it was MS-13 and a couple of taco trucks. It wasn't like what it was, you know. But yeah, I remember that, man. It changed me, that one thing. But you know, look at me now. We're doing a TigerBelly podcast. I want to talk about something that fucked me up last
Like
night.
I have to put headphones.
Put
on
headphones
for
on this one. And this is serious.
All right.
Okay, and I want you to
Weigh in.
weigh in, but let me tell you what I'm about to tell you.
I'm listening.
Okay. So my brother and I went to Dupar's last night to get some pancakes.
Which one? One in the Valley?
No, the one on
On
3rd
Third.
Street.
What is that?
The one in the
It's in the
valley is
Grove.
better, I think.
Oh, oh yeah, that one. Okay.
Okay, you know.
Yeah.
They
Wow,
have
you-
great pancakes.
Yeah, I know.
So my brother and I, we order a gigantic cinnamon roll. They heat it, butter on it, and we're eating it. It's delicious, right? My brother goes, "Hey man, what's going on?" I got nothing. So TigerBelly, this and that. What's up with Trump? So we kind of talk about Trump a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I go, it's so funny. Jordan Peele came to TigerBelly and he said, "Doesn't it feel like we're living in an alternate reality?" Jordan said that on the thing, remember? Yeah. And my brother goes, "Oh, you're talking about the Mandela effect." You have heard of it?
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of it?
Oh, big time.
Yeah. What is it?
Bearstein Bear.
Yeah.
Come on,
So what it is this, okay?
big time.
This is what my brother's explaining to me. That drink it. There was a point in time, we don't know when, probably 10, 15, 20 years ago, there was a shift. We're living now in an alternate reality, and in the shift, things have changed.
Okay.
So the things that we remember aren't the same anymore, right? And so we started Googling examples of it, right? and literally it blew my fucking mind.
Dude, you just
What are
heard
the
about this?
examples?
I just heard about it.
Bro, I love this. I go down this rabbit hole all the time.
Yeah.
But I'll let you talk.
All right, let me.
and then
I'm gonna tell you guys
Examples, yeah.
some examples, right?
Yeah.
And then, like for instance, Forrest Gump,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
What, I'm gonna ask you, Gilbert. What does he say about chocolates?
Life's like a box of chocolates.
What is it?
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Yes.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's not what he says.
Or, okay.
You know what he says?
He says you
Life is-
say it one more time
Say-
slowly.
it's like I
Life,
said-
Life is like a box of chocolates.
That's it. Stop there.
Okay.
la,
That's-
like a box of chocolate.
yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Now, do you remember that? Yeah. Do you
Yes.
remember that?
Yes. Mhm.
That is not what he says. He says life was like a box of chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah, I
Do
couldn't
you
say it
remember?
right.
Do you remember the was?
No.
Exactly. So that's the example, right? We heard it as is, but if you look at it on YouTube and look at that scene, it's was.
Can I just debunk that
Yeah, go ahead.
really quickly?
Yeah.
You're looking at your reality is just a hallucination of a filter of all the knowledge that you've accumulated your whole life. Because of the second sentence that he says, you never know what you're going to get. The automatic assumption is he did say life is a box of chocolates. If he didn't say life is a box of chocolates, and then the second sentence is grammatically wrong. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you're going to assume that he said life is like a box of chocolates because that's the only way that those two sentences actually grammatically make sense.
Or there was a shift.
I like that way.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Are
Yeah.
you like an English major?
She's
What?
just smart.
She's very smart.
You're
Yeah.
so smart. Wait,
Yeah, get your hands away from her.
go,
dude.
hold on a second.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
back again.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying is
Yeah.
our
I
reality.
don't know. Like, do you know like dangling participles and all that?
I
This is bizarre.
do. Breakdown of using the fork system.
Like you don't
Yeah.
end a sentence on a what is it? on a adverb. I don't know. Go ahead.
Well, give me another example.
Well,
and
wait.
I'll
So you're
debunk
saying
it.
the sentence was grammatically incorrect?
Well,
Right.
if you're saying life was like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get. Those two sentences together don't actually make quite as much sense as life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Life was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
box of chocolate.
yeah.
Life is like.
Does that make sense,
Yeah,
George?
yeah.
So
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
He did say no, not
Yeah.
new.
yeah, he didn't. Yeah, you never.
Dude,
if he had said you never knew what you were gonna get, then the was would have made sense.
All right, now can I debunk your debunk?
Yeah.
Because I'm already deep in this rabbit hole.
Okay, yeah.
In fact, all I do is watch YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a video
Mm-hmm.
box, and it says on it, "Life was like." They have the evidence.
No, I'm sure that's exactly what he said. What I'm saying is how we heard it is
No, what I'm saying is what we believe he said
Mm-hmm.
was unrecorded history on a video box.
oh
Oh.
Do you understand? And
And
then
that
in the
didn't
movie,
change.
yeah.
it still
Was.
is.
Oh.
You understand?
Yeah.
There was a quote. You can find it. There was one that says life was like.
Wow.
Now, there's a lot of these.
I'll give you another example.
Okay.
Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
I can debunk that.
Okay.
FRUITLOOPS.
Nope. You know what the reality is?
No,
What?
What?
I actually thought it was fruit. Oot.
No.
No, ooh.
Is it you?
No.
No.
Oh.
It's oh.
Fruit is spelled F-R-O-O-T. Loops.
I thought that was spelled like that.
No.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I would look at the Fruit Loops box and go, "That's Fruit Loops." U-I-T.
Duh. Okay, another reason. What I'm
here we go,
saying.
here we
There we go.
Let me
Debunker.
debunk that again.
Patty practical.
If you're in the 5th grade and you're told to spell fruit your entire life as F-R-U-I-T, when you look at something, you're not looking at individual letters, you're looking at the general message. So when you're looking at it quickly, you're not dissecting the O-O, you're going to automatically revert back to 5th grade, grammar and spelling, and you're going to say it's F-R-U-I-T, and you're going to emblaze that into your memory. So that's how that works. Your reality is just a hallucination of all the knowledge you've accumulated in your life.
Or there was a shift. There was a shift. A shift. All right.
Here's another one.
Yeah. You have another one?
God, where
I
did
have
she
a
go
bunch
to
of them.
school?
She's just a
Philippines.
fucking. Yeah.
Wait, she's
I
not
know.
Filipino.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Really?
Yeah.
Philippine education
Oh,
system.
you're
It gets
count. You're-
deeper.
I know,
It
I know.
keeps changing.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
onion's peeling.
Yeah.
The Bernstein Bears.
What's the Bernstein?
See,
Bears?
I've never heard of the Bernstein Bears. So I
Dude,
don't-
what are you?
The
You're
children's
my
book, right?
age, dude.
I know. I never heard of them.
I don't.
The Bears,
I had
right?
different
Is that white?
references.
So wait, so
growing
that
up.
example never just didn't.
All right, give me
ring
another
it.
one.
All right, like okay, so the Monopoly guy.
Yeah.
That's not that weird of a one, but yes, I do like that one.
Okay,
What?
does he have a monocle or not?
Yes, he has.
He doesn't. Never had one.
Yeah, that's huge. It's true.
Yeah.
And then the hey.
No, he's never had
Dude,
one. He's
look at
never
you,
had.
bro.
He's never had a monocle.
How old are you?
28.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
he's never
20
had-
years older than you, and I thought the same exact thing. So that means it's not just our generation.
Yeah.
You're tweaked too, bro.
You're tweaked too.
So
Yeah, there's a lot more.
Okay, do the Curious George, and I'll debunk that one.
Filipino?
Okay.
I didn't have no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah,
I thought
I
you were
know.
like German, Mexican.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, curious. No, I
okay,
want.
do the Curious George so I can debunk it.
Does
No,
Curious
'Cause
George?
you were hell bent on this.
Don't
yesterday.
look it up. You're
I got
looking
it.
it up.
Monopoly. I'm so shocked by
I
that.
know,
I
but
got a
do it
better
later.
one.
Do it later.
I
all
got a
right?
better one, but go ahead.
No, I don't want to do that one.
Can
I
I
want to
do
do.
it?
I want to do another one.
Yeah.
Snow White.
Okay.
When the evil what's it Queen?
Maleficent? Is that
Well,
her
when
name?
she looks in the mirror, what does she say?
Oh,
She says, "Mirror."
mirror on the wall.
What did she say?
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Right. Stop right there.
Who's the-
That's not what she says.
What is it?
Magic mirror on the wall.
I'll debunk that one.
How?
I thought it was mirror, mirror on
It's
the
not.
wall.
It's magic mirror.
I'll tell you why.
And
better
wait,
write
wait,
this
she, wait,
down.
wait. She trying to tell me.
I'll tell you why right now. Give me a
stop.
second.
I have a fucking argument with
I have
that.
to write this down.
Right, yeah. Right
idea.
down. Not on this because we just got this as a gift. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You just write it on that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Keep going. Don't debunk it.
Yeah. Debunk it. Yeah.
In the original Brothers Grimm story, it is mirror, mirror. And Walt Disney took liberties in the movie to change it to magic mirror. But if you were a child reading original Brothers Grimm stories, it was mirror, mirror, and
But-
so they're interchangeable. And they have always been that way.
Here's the thing, though. That argument. Okay. I never read about the Brothers Grimm.
What?
I never did. I don't even know who they are. All I know is I saw Snow White. Okay. I know that I've seen that scene in the cartoon, the Disney version, where she looks in the mirror and she says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall." But she never says that. She says magic mirror. So that argument right there, if I knew about the Brothers Grimm, then that'd be one thing, but I don't know anything about that. You know, I always thought that, I honestly thought that Snow White was a Disney concoction.
Can I just say that there's a science to collective misremembering?
Yeah, I wrote that down, so I want to hear your opinion on that, and I got to tell you something.
Okay. Go ahead.
I want to hear your
Oh,
opinion.
okay, collective misremembering. It's like all we need to do, all you need to tell me one time
Yeah.
is mirror, mirror. And I say, yeah, that's how it is. And I'm going to put that in my memory. And that's how I'm going to disseminate all my information for the rest of my life. And I'll never, because I don't know any better, I'm not going to argue with you and tell you, wait, isn't it this? It's mirror, mirror, right?
Right.
That's how I learned it growing up. That's what I was told. Am I going to argue with my third grade teacher and say, hey, that's actually in the movie, it said magic mirror. And that's how things are perpetuated. And that's how misremembering continues. Collective misremembering. There is an explanation, an actual logical explanation to this. You're just trying to, like, you want it to be a shift, but it's not.
Or there was a shift.
Science alert. Science alert.
The Philippines, this
I
college.
know.
Wait, this is incredible because you're saying the stuff that I've read.
Yeah.
You're so fucking smart. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Dude, so I don't know exactly the science behind it, but I read some of it. But she said they got like scientists to go on, and there's a reason why we all. It's kind of like the 100th monkey principle, where we're all connected, and there's like 100 monkeys do something, and they somehow have the energy to tell a monkey 1,000 miles away. I can't explain it all, but something like that. But do you know why they say this is happening?
Why?
'Cause she's so practical with it, so is it like you have a practical brain and I don't know if you're a science background or not, and like Bobby and myself have like a gullible brain?
I don't think it's gullible.
Whoa.
No, because I'm saying, because I
My
do
brain.
want to look at things and believe them.
I think that that's also a way to escape one's reality or your own pains.
I could see that. I don't know what the pain would be of me remembering the Bernstein Bears. But so here, okay, I want to ask you. But so, do you know what they say the shift is?
No.
So did Jordan tell you or anyone?
No.
Okay,
He
so-
just said it broadly.
Okay, here's what the shift is.
Oh, now we're about to not sleep tonight.
Dude, I love this shit. And I do believe there's a collective wokeness. You know how people say they're getting woke, but I think it's a lot of bullshit. You know how people say, let's keep it 100, which is bullshit. No one keeps it 100, bro. I keep it like 72. Room temperature barely passing. No one's 100% honest, right? Sorry, I did 5 right there. But they say that this happened with CERN. You know what CERN is?
in
No.
Switzerland.
So CERN, yeah.
Oh, that underground.
The atom.
The
The atom
Halden
thing, yeah.
cylinder. So what they say is happening is that they're trying to recreate the Big Bang, but it's dangerous because it's basically all the powers that be to smash an atom. I don't know exactly. It's just what they're trying to do is like Infinity War type shit.
Yeah.
And if you do that, it's for every action there's an opposite equal reaction. So they did it underground. It's miles long. They claim they haven't got it yet, but they're saying by trying that,
Yeah.
this is gonna sound crazy, and I'm trying to put my brain around
I already believe it.
that somehow
Yeah.
we have shifted. You don't want to say, because there are 11 dimensions that we know about. So there's the basic up, down, and over. That's 3.
Yeah.
The 4th one is where you can tie 2 together. So for instance, to get from this how do I explain it? If Japan's above us,
Yes.
instead of going the way you can normally do,
Yeah.
there's a wormhole and you can get to it quicker. That's the 4th. That's just the 4th dimension.
Wow.
They say that we teeter back and forth, and that's why weird shit's happening. A couple of conspiracy theories, which I hate being called that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why can't it be altered? So, can you debunk that? Doesn't that sound interesting?
That sounds
It does-
interesting to me.
but I think that
and-
there is
I love it.
Hold
saw
on, there is a
Interstellar.
real.
We're going to CERN.
Okay, even if you
Buy the tickets.
listen,
We're protesting.
even if there is,
yeah.
I actually don't think that that's necessarily conspiracy theorist thinking. I think that that's something to me that's more tangible because that sounds like physics to me.
Yes.
And I am not somebody just because I'm more science minded. I do believe we watch a lot of time travel stuff.
Love it.
And I'm really hardcore into that stuff.
Yeah.
I just think that when it comes to, I think that the human mind is heavily unreliable. I think that what we think we see is very inaccurate.
Could
And
it be
I
a
just don't-
combination of 2 things?
I trust the elemental things around us. I don't trust the human mind.
Who spells fruit with 2 O's?
A company that wants to attract kids. Like he was tripping out on Looney Tunes spelled Tunes.
Me too.
Okay, I'll give you a proper explanation to that. In my mind, the reason that you see it as TOONS because they're cartoons. And of course, when you're thinking and you're watching cartoons, automatically you're
Yeah.
going to read Looney Tunes.
But what about this one?
really are like
E.T.
That was always E.T.
No. And it's E.T. No. It was Dustin Hoffman.
No, but she's really like
Yeah.
the fun police ruin.
I know.
But wait,
E.T. says this. What does he say? All right.
phone home.
E.T. phone home.
Yes.
He doesn't say that.
E.T.
Now this one I didn't hear.
Yeah. He says E.T. home phone.
No.
Yep.
Home
No.
phone?
Yeah.
Debunk that. Debunking Debbie.
But the reason why we think that he says phone home is because one of the other, I think Drew Barrymore says E.T. phone home. And so in our heads, that sounds, you know what I mean?
That's what's stuck.
That's stuck.
That's
yeah.
what's stuck.
Okay,
How about you
wait.
take
Here,
it?
I got another one.
Yeah.
Right now.
Dustin Hoffman says E.T. home phone.
Was it Dustin Hoffman? The voice- okay. J.C. Penney.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's another good one. How do you
Wait,
spell it?
Yeah.
J-C and then P-E-N-N-Y.
Okay, stop.
Wait,
Stop.
P-E what?
P-E-N-N-Y.
Yeah.
Okay. And
She already
Yeah.
knows.
No.
I
read-
saw her showed her last night.
And I debunked this
She-
again.
yeah.
What is it?
How do you?
It's JCPENNEY. Who spells penny with an E?
Okay,
Yeah.
but
No one.
There's a Y. I know there's a
never
Y.
There is a
happened.
Y, but there's an EY at the end.
the controversy.
EY.
There's a
Yeah.
controversy is not the way it's spelled; it's the way we see it. We see it as PENNEY, but of course we would see it that way because that's how penny is spelled.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, you're going to see things the way, with the
Kanye's white. Is that what it is? Kanye's white.
Fourth dimension.
We're seeing it wrong. Oh.
Wow.
I really
He's a
okay. I'm
Mesa.
gonna send you. I'm gonna send you this TED talk about your reality being just a hallucination, and
Yeah.
it is one of the most interesting things I think his name's like Anil Seth,
I've heard these, but I haven't heard that.
and it's true.
Yeah.
But everything you're saying makes complete sense.
Yeah, and that's why
But-
like witnesses to like with crimes and all those things, they're really unreliable because what you see is really you're looking through a filter of your own implicit biases, of people, of events, of all the knowledge that you've accumulated your
All
whole
of
life.
your bullshit.
Yeah.
You're saying you're not a clean slate. So let me ask you this. I read something recently because I'm into this stuff. I love that we're talking about this. Would you know when you go, I'll say it to you.
The bathroom?
Yeah, to go pee-pee.
Yeah.
No, like, you know when you go to Schaumburg
Yes.
for the first time?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, I got the mall, and I'm going to go down to the city.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Cubby Bear and have a drink. I know you're not drinking, but whatever. And you go to Chicago. And it's like, and after about 6 times, you're like, I'm going to go to my room. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to get a Starbucks. I'm going to do my shows. Because you're not going to do anything anymore.
That's exactly what.
Yes. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, why don't I attack the city anymore? And I read something that the reason why things are so exciting when we're young is because our brain is informed. And so when we see something for the first time, going to Tampa, Florida is like going to Mars. Mm-hmm. And I literally just did shows like in Beirut, and it was awesome. But like, I kind of understood the experience because I've been all over the world.
Yeah.
And I was just fine chilling having a shawarma. And so
Yeah.
I guess what I'm asking you scientists is that they say that our brain, once we hit a certain age, once we do something, the luster of it goes away.
Of course.
And that's where we get
Blew my fucking mind just
Well,
now.
let
we
me-
get bored.
It's
So it's almost
desen-
like why you keep
you get
searching for-
desensitized.
Yes.
And, well, it's the same reason you can draw a parallel with kids not wanting to like eat a lot of exciting foods, and kids have a very basic palate, and the reason is their taste buds are being introduced for the very first time to these certain foods, and it's an overexcitement of their taste buds, right? But the reason that adults like us have a wider range of things that we can eat is because we've actually desensitized. Like, we can't taste things as well as children. And so we kind of, the flavors aren't as like strong or exciting, and we can eat a lot bigger of a variety of things.
Who are you?
But that's how I kind of see it. It's like, if
Tinder.
No way.
Yeah, Tinder, dude.
No way.
Yeah, dude, Tinder,
Swipe
dude.
left.
Right.
Right.
And it was Bobby. You were like, it's me, Bobby. Lee?
Yeah.
Wow.
let me blow them away with my science
Yeah.
instead of my
Wait,
mouth.
Are you a
But,
science major?
No, I was a biochem major. But also, yeah.
Bro, but you know what's great?
What?
Because I hate it when I mean, are you a millennial? I don't know.
I'm 33. I think I'm a
Yeah,
millennial-ish.
you're normal.
Ish.
But like, you're not millennial, but like millennials, like younger ones. Well, when they tell me something like this, you're explaining it to me in such a way. A, I haven't heard it. B, it's very logical. C, you're not making me feel like I'm a fucking idiot. Or millennials would be like, and yeah, dummy, like as they're like on their smartphone.
Yeah.
And so it's like you're like really inclusive. But dude, you're
really inclusive.
so. Where'd you? It all makes sense.
She has character defects as
I
well.
do. I have.
Touch her hands right now.
There are things that she's hiding from you.
I
You're being
Yo,
deceived. Yeah,
but
yeah.
robot on this mode.
I know.
Amazing.
Great mode, right?
But-
there's 92 other
9-7-6,
modes. There's 92 other modes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Physically,
Yeah,
I'm breaking
yeah.
down. As I'm explaining this to you,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
physically. Can you touch my hand? But don't get grossed out.
Touch her
Yeah,
hand.
touch your
Can I
hand.
just show you then?
Yeah.
This is just look at it. You don't have to touch it.
Oh, you're so sweaty.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because anytime my
A
brain,
defect.
I have to think, my whole
Yeah.
body sweats.
Broken.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
No,
broken.
that's
I
not a
I
good
know
thing.
that. I wiped it on myself. I didn't even get freaked out.
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get the knowledge.
Yeah.
Wait, is that one of the defects or this?
No,
yeah.
no,
Wow.
I'm just
That's just like a
that's
cute little side treat.
Right.
Sweaty. Wow, that's like
Sweaty.
self-lubricating. You don't have to worry about
I have-
anything.
You're stupid right now. You're acting so fucking stupid right now.
What? Did I go too far?
Yeah.
Hashtag
it's
too
so
far.
dumb what you're doing.
Okay.
Right. She has defects. I'm telling you that right now.
I know. Obviously, robot.
We're all broken.
Yeah, of course.
For sure, broken.
Yeah, we're all
But
broken.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's well. I'm impressed. With
Well,
that.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, and I've said this many times, is that, Khalyla was the first girlfriend I've ever had that actually helped my life. Like, she helped me get jobs in the business. She helped me do this podcast.
Cut to the women that used to date. Stabbing the fuck out. This is the first great thing. Go ahead.
No, but she, in that way, I never thought that you could benefit, from having, a partner that's like motivating and also creative, and she's helped me immensely.
But that's the one thing that's a barrier
wind
with
beneath the
creativity
wings.
is that once you're too practical and science minded, there is a sense of like you're not able to do what you do or be funny or do all of that.
Yeah,
'Cause, practicality is boring.
Practicality kills the cat.
It does.
But so wait, are
It's a
you?
buzzkill.
I don't know enough about you, but
Yeah.
so I don't like right now. I'm getting the vibe that you're like science and smart.
that's
but,
what
But
sports
you
and
also
science.
do stuff with him.
I just add structure to his life. I'm
Okay,
just
But
a
like,
structure
are you a
maker.
writer? Doing comedy, acting?
No comedy.
Okay.
She did it. She did it like 20 times.
20
No,
times,
my
okay.
God, because you forced me to. You said that it was
Forced all
part
of
of the
us.
experience.
It's part of the experience, yeah.
I was horrible. He
He did it. He was terrible. He's one of the worst.
Take time.
What?
Practice.
One of the best. Yeah.
You're getting better? You're getting better? Yeah. Oh, my God.
Smiles at you.
Holy shit.
Takes time.
Where do you live now? Like, in what area?
On the street.
No. What?
Those
Like, what?
fillers.
West Side? Where are you now?
Los Fillers.
Oh, you are?
By the Greek.
Oh, that's amazing.
I love that area.
I'm glad that we eat together at the 101.
Oh, you know where I ran into you was at that Korean restaurant that I go to every fucking night.
You go there all the time?
Yeah, I go there like twice a week.
I
Agashi?
love that.
Oh, nice.
Wait, is that the best one? Because I go to
It's
a
not the
lot
best
of them.
one. No,
Good one.
It's a great one.
For that late night, it's the best one.
Do you like quarters?
It's pretty good.
We like Agashi better than
We like
Burger.
Agashi better.
Agashi, is that the one with the pink pig?
It's
No,
the
that's
guy with
Haijun-
the guy.
Haijun Chong is the pink pig.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Wait,
right?
hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Oh
you can
yeah,
eat,
yeah.
all you can eat.
The
yeah.
Haichan?
Haichan, yeah.
That's the all you can eat. Bobby doesn't.
You
do
like
that
Korean
one.
food?
All the time.
Oh.
Why wouldn't I?
Go
Now let me ask you this. There's another little side fact that I know.
about.
Right? About just him and I and whatnot,
Oh, okay.
right?
We're
Is
done with the whole
I love
Bernstein
where we're
Bears.
going.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can go back.
No, we can go back. I'm just gonna kind of just throw this little fact out.
Yeah.
That I think it was like 5 or 6. You asked me to audition for another movie you were doing with the heavy.
It was an audition.
It
or
was.
it
Oh,
a
it was an
straight
offer, and I was a straight offer. Yeah,
It was an
yeah.
offer.
Yeah. But the dialogue was so broken. The
Yes.
Asian. It was so thick.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That I just kind of passed on it,
Yeah.
and I felt bad because
Yes.
you know what I mean. I love him, and I want to work with him again,
Yeah.
but I just didn't feel it. Who got the job?
Well, before we go into that,
Yeah.
that kind of hurt my butt a little bit.
It did.
Oh.
Yeah. And
I felt that it did. Maybe.
how do you could have texted me.
Oh, all right. Let's go there.
Wait,
let's
hold
go,
on.
Let's go.
Now hold on.
Yeah.
I obviously wasn't with him.
He
at
isn't
this
with
time.
me. at the
Character
time.
defect 91A. No, but the thing is about the movie, and it wasn't a great movie, and it didn't get theatrical. It almost did. It didn't, but now it's in reruns all the time. It was called The Hungover Games, and so it was kind of almost like we were doing with CERN Talk. It was like the guys from The Hungover
Yeah, I know what it was.
woke up. Okay.
Yeah.
No, and they were in what's that place in
Yeah, in the Hunger Games.
yeah, where they woke up there.
Yeah.
In
Oh.
Pandora, wherever
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck it is. Anyway, so it was like a parody. Your character was the Ken Jeong character. What's his name in Hangover?
Yeah, Hangover. Yeah.
Mr.
You
Chow.
were Mr. Chow.
Yeah.
But it was like super over the top bad on purpose. It was like an alternative shift. So it was like, why is he going over the top?
Yeah.
You understand?
Who got it?
That fan. Is that a bad word here? Dad's the
No,
sweetest guy.
He's the sweetest guy in the world.
Sweetest guy
In the whole world.
Friendliest guy.
He's so friendly,
I
yeah.
I
love
think he
him.
won the thing.
Yeah, he won the thing, yeah.
He won, and he was the nicest guy. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah, yeah.
I have no idea your history.
I don't-
But
there's no
Mesa
history.
turned from white to pink. Robot went in shutdown mode. He went back farther in the closet. I have no.
Yeah.
He came in. He read a bunch of times.
That's great.
I have no
I like
idea.
him. I like him.
In fact, we love him so
We
much.
love him so much. It's just
think-
that we talk about him a lot. 'cause
On
we
the
love him so
show?
much. Yes.
Have
So
you
we love
had him on the show?
He will never do it.
Wow, there's some kind of thing.
No, there's
here.
no thing. There is no thing.
It's really, he'll never do it. I'm doing it. Does that matter?
Okay.
You had
stop,
Jordan
stop,
do it.
Stop.
All right. I don't. All right. There's obviously a thing.
No, just stop. Stop.
All right, there's
So
a
it says-
thing.
I just
All
want to say
right.
this.
You
I
said there
just
was
want to
no
say this, okay?
I have no idea. I'll shut up.
I'm just going to say this, and I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not. This is not. I'm watching what I'm saying.
I just fucking took down True TV. I'm fucked.
No, you're not.
All right. Go ahead. I liked it.
Okay. It's just that you and Jordan, right? Mm-hmm. You guys are in movies and shit. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I got that. Point taken. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of history there. I don't know. It sounds like you guys. Were
There's no history.
Fine.
No, I love him. There's no history. Okay. I just throwing out a fact. And you know what? The way you cackled, right?
He was in my movie.
Who was?
I mean, went to write the Red Box.
What did?
My movie where Dad was in it. I
What,
don't know if
Hungover Game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it went to like.
I didn't even because I saw
went to,
because I
like-
watch everything he's in.
Wow. This is.
I watch everything he's in, and I have seen his scenes in the Hunger Game. I didn't know it was that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did you like his scenes?
I like him. So yeah,
He
everything
does
he
that
does,
voice.
everything he does, I like. Yeah.
Dude, why aren't you telling? All right. I don't know. You probably talk about it a lot in your podcast.
No, that's fine.
Was he one of the Kims of comedy?
No, because he's not Korean.
Okay, I know. That was racist. That was racist.
Well, you're laughing. You fucking
Racist. Was everyone Korean?
yeah. The Kim,
Everyone?
yeah. Steve Byrne is
No
half
one.
Korean.
Oh, no
Ken
one.
Jeong is
no
Korean.
one was like sneaky Filipino.
No.
Third.
I try to get sneaky Joe Coy in it, but Steve Burns like, well, he's not. He's half, and you know what I mean.
Wow.
So it was like it was hard, but
Wow.
we gotta
okay.
get Steve on this too. We have never
Steve
had
Byrne.
him, you know. And you know, I also want to say that I think it was cosmic that I ran into you last night because I've always wanted you on this, but I asked them. I have a hard time asking people. Like I've asked a couple of guys this week that I was afraid to ask, and they just didn't return my, you know, my
Really?
shit.
That's his
Yes,
worst
They
fear.
Yeah, it's
texted you?
it's my biggest fear, you know. So it's like when I asked you and you said you would do it, it was I was so excited because I've always loved you,
I know. I got love for you.
and I'm gonna say this is that you know they call me the Slep King,
The what king?
the Slep King,
Schlep?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And
When did that come into play? Has that been
this
since I've known
TigerBelly,
you?
when we
Okay.
did it, yeah.
You Schlep.
That's what the papaya.
Can I
did.
just debunk my debunk?
Yeah.
Okay, jeez, he was in the
She was
moment.
thinking-
I was
He
gonna-
was-
yeah,
We
yeah.
were
She
gonna
was
get all
thinking-
emo.
That's what she does. That's a character defect.
Remember that?
Go ahead.
Bobby's about to
That's
say,
so
I love
rude.
you.
Sorry.
What you fucking
So I
just
wasn't
did.
listening.
Yeah.
Wow,
I know she wasn't even listening.
You know what
That's,
you did?
yeah.
I wasn't
Do you know where you went? That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
wow. Now that's a cold. I'm just gonna say that was like a cold scientific. Like
Yeah.
you gotta watch the new movie with Ryan Gosling. The what's the one? The replicas. What's it?
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. I love
Because
that
she
movie.
was like to the left 3 degrees, to the 9 3.
Yeah.
Did you
The,
see it? And this hot
We
chick.
love that movie.
Oh, so dope. But you were like that. You were an android in that moment.
I was an
He was
android.
like,
I'm so
listen, this
sorry.
is my baby.
She's
I
like
didn't have
dating a
feelings.
she's like a Vulcan. She's a Vulcan.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I got it though, but I don't.
So anyway, can I go back into the
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I've always liked you.
It's twisted now.
Now it's ruined, but I'm gonna
No,
try.
I
and
feel-
I
I
want to
have
say that.
regrets.
I want to say
Did
that.
I leave the oven on? I'm going.
I have
love
deep
you.
regret. I'm so sorry.
It's all right, but that's your thing.
program.
Yeah,
Deep
and that's
regret.
recorded. Anyway, I know I was gonna say this is what I was gonna say. I lost the moment.
Fuck!
I know, but
you were loving me.
I was loving you.
And
That
it
I
was
just
fine.
remember. I remember like when it's just my brother and I, Steve, went to that last audition for that Kicking Old School, and you told me that I got it. Mm-hmm. You know, like you didn't call my agent. You just said I think you got it. And I remember being in the car driving with my brother, and we were that was the happiest time I've ever had with Steve.
Oh.
Because it's like I needed it. Yeah, I was on Mad TV, but like I couldn't get into movies. You know, I did Harold and Kumar, but that's it. And it was like a bigger part. Like I was like 4th lead or 5th lead in it. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was just a really cool thing. And, you know, I just have fond memories of you in that way.
I think if there's any one movie you always, or movie set or experience that you talk about, it's always that one.
I always bring up Kicking Old
We
School
probably talked
Every
about it.
episode.
Yeah.
on every episode.
Really?
Yeah, and also on stage, I sometimes talk about it.
What do you say?
Because when I bring Ali Wong up on stage, because we're always back to back, I always bring up the journalist that was on this movie, Kicking Old School, with Jamie Kennedy, and then, you know what I mean, Ali Wong, and now I'm bringing her up.
Really?
Yeah, it was a real like connection because I'm really good friends with Rosenbaum. In fact, Rosenbaum, have you done his podcast? Yeah, he has his own podcast, and he was sort of our guy, and then he filtered off to do his own.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, he was your guy here.
Well, I mean, he was our guest, and it kind of influenced him in many ways to do his own. You know what I mean? So, you should do one.
I should.
You should.
I'm going to go back to that, but I had a great time with you.
After I give you a compliment like that, don't try to switch it. And, you know what I mean?
No.
You give me one.
No, I'm not getting.
I just felt weird. So.
Oh no!
I
ruined
really
his moment. You ruined his moment.
I really did.
Character
Can I
defect.
go back to my?
Character defect.
Can I go to my debunk? No, I really did. But I had a good time with a lot of people. Like I really have. It's funny though. We don't really keep in touch.
Okay.
Character
Now here's
He'll tell you why,
So
though.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Wait, is that on the podcast?
No, I'm gonna tell you.
Does that
why.
have to do with
No,
me?
no, it has nothing to do
No,
with
no,
me.
no,
Like, lots of
Because you know when I got onto Mad TV, the one guy that was the nicest to me was Will Sasso.
Yeah.
He took me in. I hung out with him a lot, and
When did you get it? 2000?
2000. And he would invite me to his barbecues, and we went out at nights, and he was really cool. He was the only senior cast member that made me feel like, you know, welcome on the show. Everyone else was standoffish and cold, you know? And when he left the show, I didn't talk to him for 5 years, and he would call me, and I would never call him back.
Why?
It's just a character defect of mine.
Why?
It's not because of hate or love. It's just because I just don't, like, I don't pick up anyone. Like, when I have to go on the road and I have to call her, it's so difficult.
But you talk.
Yeah, but I do it because I love her and I want to connect and I don't want to lose this. So I want to do it. You know what I mean? So, but it's like, even when I'm on the phone, I'm just terrible at connecting in that way.
But
Am I not right?
Yeah, I kind of don't. I think it's just sheer laziness.
That's different than what you said.
Yeah.
Sheer laziness means you don't care.
It's,
maybe.
it's
You're
kind of,
saying,
Maybe.
wow.
Yeah.
How did you not care about Will Sasso?
It's not. No, that's not the right word. I think what you're saying, you're twisting it. You know what I mean? It's just like.
How'd you not care about me? We had
I know,
pizza
but
together.
I know. But
Wait a minute. What?
we had. I remember.
Room service.
No, not in San Francisco. We went to this Italian restaurant. Oh. It was great. I remember that. And I remember these moments, right?
That was
But
the first time I saw your dick. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Took his dick out
Well,
in a
that's
restaurant.
that's an
Sad that
everyday
you can't,
occurrence.
You can't
Standard.
do that now.
I know.
You can't do that anymore.
But he would take his dick out, just stick it in,
yeah.
like put it in the bread. You just pick around the bread.
Yeah.
And even Maria's like, Bobby,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
dick. But it was like,
I used to be like, crazy in that
Yeah.
way. Yeah. But I want to apologize to you about that.
you don't have to. Okay.
Yeah, I do. It's just a character. This podcast is about our flaws.
We've exposed all ourselves.
We've exposed a
deeply.
lot of flaws.
Really?
And this is great, and I'm willing to say it. I'm sorry. That is a flaw of mine. It's not because I don't like you. It's not because I have any kind of resentment or ill will. It's just that I'm lazy and I'm a hermit. The only times people see me out is if either I'm eating or I'm at a club doing
You know
stand up.
what? Okay, I take that back.
There we go.
It's not that he's lazy; he's a hermit, and
hermit?
he has this thing where he thinks
get
that
that.
if people know him too well, they won't like him, and he has a fear of letting people in too deeply
Yeah.
to where they might turn him away.
2 questions though, but you kept in touch with Rosenbaum.
No, I mean,
Barely.
no, barely. I mean,
Barely.
he'll call me like
But he works it.
3 weeks ago. He goes, I had a guest that fell out right last minute. Can you do it? I was out of
No,
town.
I'm saying over the years.
he's more pursuing it.
He pursues it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is I didn't pursue it either. So I have my own character flaws. So
But it's still,
But
when I would see you,
it'd be love.
it'd be love.
Yeah.
Like pure love.
See, because there's a lot of, like, I'll say this. I do have a good connection with you.
Yeah.
And somebody said this about you. I'm not going to say it.
I want you to say it. I love it.
Oh.
This is great.
Can I?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Well, I hope she's okay with it.
Yeah.
But, like, Melissa McQueen, because she opens for me,
Yeah.
she absolutely loves you.
Yeah, I know.
She
I love her
says-
too.
She says, Bobby's got one of the softest hearts in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I said, I know that about him.
Yeah.
I feel that because we talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
between. I know a lot of stuff about you, and I think that you know a lot of stuff about me. And I was like, I know. I don't talk to him like ever. And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah. And she's like, that she didn't really coach me on it. She's like, just hit him up because I was starting to see you.
Yeah.
But she's like, I absolutely love him. He's one of the softest hearts. And so it's back at you. I'm not. I don't.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something negative. there.
No, we're
Oh, me
sucking
too.
each other.
Oh yeah.
dicks. No,
Oh, no, I don't want to. Yeah.
it's
But what I want to say is that I hate to say this because I love this town. I love Hollywood. I love California. You're a real Californian. I'm a fake one, but I'm not because I came here when I was 18. So I almost feel like I am because I was here when I was 30 years. But you're the OG because you're born here.
Yeah.
And when people shit on LA, like LA people, it's like, no, LA don't want you. Get the fuck out. Like, I love LA.
Yeah. I love LA too. Yeah.
I love our business. This is what we signed up for. But I will say, I get my butt hurt. I'm getting better at it. The people that they don't change. You know, this is I think Lindsay Lohan said this is a great line. She said, success doesn't change you. It magnifies who you already are. So when you get successful, you think people change, like going back to the Bernstein Bears, it was already there, but it was like hidden from you, whatever. And one thing I can say about you, from the moment I met you, when you came up to me at the rib joint in Universal, Tony Roma's,
Wow.
and you were like 1995, and I was just starting to hit, but you're like, hey, Jamie, my name's Bobby, I do comedy. Hey, how are you? Are you going up tonight? Like,
Yeah.
really? The same guy that met me in the garage.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. That's fucking real shit.
I like that Tony Romo's.
Yeah.
That's what he got from that whole
That's
thing.
what I got out of it.
Yeah. But that's rare. Why you? That's fucking. Can I debunk? That was a debunk. Like, you know what happened? It got too intimate.
Yeah.
So you got intimacy issues. You can't just let
Yes.
it.
Yeah, I got really weird.
You had to
there.
break it. You had to break it.
Yeah, I started sweating.
went to
Yeah,
the
my bad.
palms.
That's my bad. Yeah.
What I was saying earlier.
Put
that-
back at you. So good. I didn't take it personally. But for a while, I thought, I really love Bobby.
Yeah.
Why don't I talk to him more? Because you usually collect a friend or two from a thing.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I don't keep a lot of friends from projects. Maybe one or two. It's rare. But you do for a while. You're in this intense thing, and it's beyond summer camp.
Yeah.
And it's like, here, I'll tell you a story. Hopefully
Yeah.
people like it.
Yeah.
For a while, like, you do this business, right? You do it because, I don't know, there's people that are like, I love to create. Oh, I'm an artist. I'm a joke man. I don't know why other people do it. I did it because I wanted to feel loved. You know what I mean? The fact that I can act and be funny is just a side thing. Like, I never knew that stuff. It was only through trial and error.
Yeah.
But it was like, you could. So anyway, you get in this business and you're broken. Most people are broken. There's very few people that are adjusted in this business, in my opinion. You agree with that?
Yeah.
And you get in this business and you become, you get on these projects from the littlest to the big, whether it's a community at an open mic, the community at the store, community on a set, community on a TV show, a web series, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is my fucking tribe. And then it ends. And you fucking cry.
Yeah.
And you cry, I could almost cry right now. You cry your fucking head off. And I did scream. And I never left my room. it was only David Arquette who and Rose McGowan and Nev who encouraged me at different times. I would eat with Rose. David would say, "Bro, come out," or Nev would like give me wine. I would say my lines. I didn't have lines for 4 days. I would do one scene and I have 4 days. I wouldn't leave my room. I would do lines all day, not lines. I would do my lines and I did coke in my life.
Yeah.
And I would eat the cookies because it was a DoubleTree. And I was so paranoid of fucking up. And the experience, that was only after I got all my scenes done that I completely started giving in, right? I didn't really, and I had like he was saying about kicking it, I had that on the screen. And one of the people I got to work with was Courtney. And I'll never forget, I was eating in a restaurant with her. And I used to it was so cool because I was like a famous person, super famous. And like, I would like take the picture. People were like, "Can I take a picture?" Like people go crazy, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, no one knew me. And I remember eating with her, and it was at the end of the thing. And it was my birthday. And they brought me a cake. And everybody was like clapping, and it was like on a set. Like my family didn't even do that, right?
Right.
And this movie, and I start fucking crying my fucking eyes out. And I'm like, I'm gonna miss everybody. And she's like, and I was crying for a long time. she's like,
"Baby, hurry up."
Like, "Honey, but it's okay, get over it." I'm like,
Yeah.
"But we're friends, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, we're friends." We're friends.
Yeah.
But I'm like, "No, we're friends.
Yeah.
Like, I love you guys. This is like my new friends." And she's like, I'll never forget this. And she's like, "Oh, honey. Oh, baby, you thought this was real. You thought this was this is a beautiful thing."
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, no, this is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
She's like, no. This is a beautiful thing. She's like, this is summer camp. I go, "But it is real." She goes, "No, it is real, honey." She's like, "It's real." She's so sweet. She goes, "But it ends." She goes, listen, we're still going to be friends, but it's such an intense experience. It's like 16 lifetimes in 6 weeks. And it is, because you start from fucking 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. and you're next to somebody. How many people do that in relationships? Even who live together.
Yeah.
You see you wonder why people fuck. You wonder why people become best friends. You wonder why they hate each other, because you're at the hip. And she's like, "Honey, this is summer camp. And she goes, "It's amazing. But you're going to go to another one and another one and another one. And you're going to realize it's going to become a wonderful job." And I tell you, I've cried. I have 102 credits. I probably stopped crying after like 62.
Wow. Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
The only person, probably up until like 3 years ago, when they got divorced, who sends me regular Christmas cards, is Courtney.
Wow.
I'm talking everyone I've ever worked with. Courtney and David, even through their divorce, still send me a Christmas card.
Wow.
So there's a person bracing me for the world.
Yeah.
But yet, such a beautiful soul.
Oh, man.
Beautiful soul. But dude, so I don't know what the point of that story was.
But you know what? No,
But it's like,
He never gave you, Chris. Come on.
No, but I just want to say,
it's a
Cards.
Christmas
no,
magnet.
you for me,
But like
people listening, I don't know if they're up for me. That was almost cathartic and life changing, because I thought I was a fucking asshole.
No.
Like, Justin Kirk from Animal Practice, when I was on that animal sitcom, we'd smoke together, eat. We'd meet at La Poubelle, right? Get the artichoke. We'd say that, that little Brussels sprouts
Brussels
thing.
sprouts,
Yeah. And he would bring his like fancy theater friends and drink wine, and I'd be leaning back. You know what I mean? And then we'd go outside and have a cigarette. And I haven't seen him since. I don't know. I don't even.
How many times have you seen him?
None.
But when was that show?
5 years ago. I have not seen him one time.
I will say this though.
Yeah.
It's hard, bro. Stay with me on this.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep regular friendships in our business. I mean, I think about it. Think about it. We're all planets, right? We're all moons. We're planets, really. You're your own solar systems. And the
We
bigger
are
you
fucking
are.
moon or planet, fuckface.
Let's go planet.
I need to know for this
I need to know
analogy
right now.
That was fake anger. But let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's say planet, right?
Yeah.
And like, you can say it like a star, whatever. It's a solar system. How often do you see, Colin Farrell hang out with another solar system? Because his life is so crazy.
Yeah.
And so it's hard. It's like,
Yeah.
Justin Bieber doesn't hang out with Lady Gaga. I'm sure they're friends, but it's hard. So it's like, you have to think of it like that. And when
Yeah.
it's easier to hang with people that are knowing you, and it's even hard to hang.
Yeah.
Because we work all the time, dude. I mean, I just was in fucking
that-
Canada for fucking 6 days.
Yeah.
I was in Beirut for 2 weeks.
But that's why
So
that's why I've always gone to the Comedy Store.
I can see that now.
I told you that. Remember, I said it was important.
You gave me great advice, and if you want me to tell it,
Yeah,
to
say
you,
it,
but
yeah.
say your piece, and then I'll say.
I'm
my
going to just
piece.
say this. The reason why I get bummed if I don't get a spot there when I call in is because it's not because of the spot. It's because I get to say hi to pretty much a second family that I grew up with. And it's consistent.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm going to run into Sebastian Maniscalco. I know I'm going to run into Crystalia. It's just, like, cheers. You want to be able to go to a place and say hello, and
Where
people
everybody knows your
people know your
name.
name, and they say hello back, and you could just share what's going on in your life. And I've had wars there, and but it's like, I'm a part of this mini society that I can't lose. I'll
Dude.
feel lost.
I so see that,
Yeah.
and it's healthy.
You're healthy, man.
You're healthy.
No, don't get too intimate.
You're fucking healthy, man.
You're fucking
No,
healthy.
you're fucking out helping
yeah.
me.
Where are we at time?
We're over hour 20. Hour 20, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
This is what we're going to do here. This is what we do.
I wasn't able to debunk my debunk.
Don't debunk.
She's been thinking
no,
on
no,
that.
no.
Wait, you gotta
She
let
wasn't
her do
paying-
it.
You want to
She was-
debunk the
Lay
debunk?
it down.
Debunk the debunk.
Lay down.
She wasn't paying attention to any of that.
That wasn't compartmentalized.
You know how earlier you said I was really practical?
God, we were all emo, crying.
no, this
we're
is emo.
practically
I was
fucking-
emo.
Something.
We're
You better be fucking emo.
probably at fucking anal, me and him, and you're like, hold on. We're touching tips.
Yeah, no.
This
Go
is
ahead.
I was like practical, but after listening to everything, I think there is something to what you're saying, and there is, in fact, I believe in synchronicity. And everything about this conversation, all the dots were connected in my head.
Okay.
Everything from, you talked about this Mandela effect yesterday,
Yes.
and there was a reference that you made during our discussion, and the Uber driver that I rode to take to my sister's house made that exact same obscure reference. And I almost called you, and I thought, holy shit. Of all the things that this guy could have said,
Yeah.
he said that thing that Bobby said.
Yeah.
Another thing, of all the guests that said no to you this weekend,
Yeah.
you brought in a guy who is heavily versed in the Mandela effect.
Yes.
So all I'm saying is there is in fact something that kind of ties this all in together. And as much as a practical mind as I have, I think there is a deep connection that we cannot understand through like scientific explanation.
Do you think we're in a simulation?
Fuck you, Kennedy. What are you talking about?
You don't know that theory?
No, tell me the theory.
Have you heard that theory?
Yeah.
Bro, I want to believe what she's saying. It'd be easier. It would take a lot of sweat off. You understand what she's saying?
I told my
we're
brother.
pre-programmed.
I told my brother. I said at Dupar's when we're having the cinnamon roll.
I like how we're getting like this.
He goes, "What's wrong with you?" I go, "The reason why this Mandela thing is freaking me out is because I thought I died 10 years ago."
Dude, you just opened up another
Whoa.
hour. What are you talking
Died
about?
10 years ago?
I think I died 10 years ago on Fountain.
Oh my God, this
How?
is intense.
In a
I've
car
never heard
accident.
anybody tell me this. Who? How?
In a car accident.
Car accident.
And that everything from that death, it's my spirit reliving, continuing to living.
Am I fucking a ghost?
I don't know, man.
That's pretty
I
cool,
look.
though.
My brother was
Oh, she went
My brother was
there.
arguing. My brother was like, "No, I'm real here, Bob.
He was freaking out.
I'm here, Bob. Flesh and blood here, bud. Cinnamon blood. Yeah. I know, but I think he goes, "No, man. I'm your brother, man." He was like arguing.
Who are those crazy Asians over there?
I mean, it was crazy. Yeah.
Dude.
But because
How?
I don't know, but
Whoa.
yeah, dude. But that's
Have you
for
ever
the
said
next
this
time.
before?
No.
This is so awesome. Did you plan to talk about
I got in a
it?
car accident on Fountain, right? I hit another actor, right? And
Yeah.
I died. I don't know what actor it was, but for some reason in my mind, I think he's an actor.
Yeah.
And then I died instantaneously. And then I have this reoccurring image of it. You know, a feeling that I did do that. Like I can even like, you know what I mean? Like see the wreckage and my eye, all that stuff. and then just me dying. But it was a dream or something. I don't know what it is. But yeah, so I think so all this stuff like Trump and all that. So I think I'm imagining like it's some sort of like alternate weird thing that's happening. But we can get that next time.
We can
Yeah,
lay that
next
on
time, yeah.
Dude, that's insane.
I know, but here's it is.
I
At
think
the
we're
end of
all
our,
waking up. Don't you think we're all waking up? as a
don't
people?
fucking open up a different fucking
we
topic
are.
Pandora's box.
but yeah, our
No,
minds
do
awakening.
you watch Westworld?
Oh fuck you,
It
Kennedy.
is. It's becoming like it's a paradigm.
So you think you're in a similar? What you're saying that we're like Matrix and we're like tied up to a.
Or a theme park.
Dude, you have to watch Westworld. It's so good.
We saw 5 episodes. We stopped.
Oh,
Gets-
because
it's good again.
think of the robots being yourself. So they have what their memories of is just old data, right? And they didn't get their hard drives erased. So what's the difference between humans right now? You're having what's a dream? Is it a dream or is it just old hard drives?
Encrypted
It's
files.
dope,
Ooh,
dude.
that's my. Don't even get started on dreams.
She's starting
That's
to
2
sweat.
hours.
She's sweating
That's 2
right
hours
now.
right there. She's
'Cause
sweating
dreams
again.
are my thing. I wanted to be like a sleep scientist.
So at the end of our podcast, we do it. I'm done with it. I'm done.
We're done.
At the end of we're done. At the end of the yeah, we do an hour. So at the end of
Hour
our
20.
I know this
You
is
have to
long.
cut
This is,
stuff.
no, we're not. We're gonna keep it like this.
All right.
This is
cut the
perfect.
True TV. Yeah,
Do you want it? You want on?
no, I'm fine with it.
Tell me now.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, we're gonna keep all of it.
Okay, do
I
what
think
you
it's fine.
want. Okay, good. I don't care. I mean,
So at the end of our podcast, we do a thing called unhelpful advice, and he has an actual email from somebody that needs our advice. It can be helpful or not helpful.
okay.
Okay, so go ahead.
Unhelpful advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and Jamie Kennedy.
Hello, TigerBelly. I'm 30 years old and my parents are still married, but they have been separated for 3 years. My parents are moving to Arizona, where I live, 4 years ago from Miami, Florida. Once moved, my father started acting distant and kept going back to Miami saying it was to finish some work. After a few months of this, he told my mother he wanted some space and didn't feel the same way about her. They had been married 29 years.
Oh my God.
Turns out he was seeing another woman and still sees her, but is also still married to my mother. My mom hopes that he will come back because she is very religious, praying that he will change. My father has not spoken to neither my sister or I since he announced his separation from my mother. My question is, how do I approach my father and confront him with all of my feelings about stringing my mom along, not talking to the kids, and how hurt we all feel? Thank you, Vanessa.
Oh my God, that's a tough one.
Dude, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's wait, so her dad has a whole second life?
Yeah, and still married to the mother.
But he
And-
took off. He doesn't talk to anybody.
How
and
long?
he's living this other life in Miami.
Yeah.
Wait, so how long has he been out of her life?
They've been separated for 3 years, but she doesn't say how long he's been going back to Miami.
No, but he's obviously still giving the mom hope that they're gonna for a reconciliation.
By not getting divorced.
Here's the advice. The mom's gotta, you can't control the mom, right? You can't control another person. So if the mom wants to live the dream, that's what she's gonna do. The mom's gotta get out of it.
Yeah, I think that you're onto the right point. I think that if he's not communicating and she's being dragged along, she has to let go. She has to end it. And you just got to cut the guy out of your life.
So does Vanessa talk, instead of talking to her father, just talk to her mom?
Yeah, because they obviously have communication. She's like, Mom, we got to get you to detach. He's a piece of shit. Right? I'm sure there's love there. He's your dad, you know? And you can deal with your resentments and all that stuff later. But I think that once there's, a lawful separation, a divorce, and then you let some time pass, go to therapy and deal with it. But, it's not, the mom is getting hurt. She has to let go. She has to be free of it.
Yeah.
She has to find her own life. What do you think, babe?
Yeah.
You
but,
closed up. What the
if
fuck is
I
going
was
on?
if I was the daughter,
She's still debunked. Can I do another debunk? Can I do another one?
it hit close to home. No, not that close to home.
Did your dad?
What's wrong?
No, but I'm just saying I would, if I were her,
Vanessa.
I would absolutely speak to the dad. And I think that he probably isn't aware of all the hurt that he's causing if no one's telling him. And if he's
If I have 2 kids, and let's say we had 2 kids together,
yeah,
right? Our kids are grown.
George and Bryce.
What?
Your kids are George and Bryce.
Yeah, George and Bryce are my kids, right? And I meet, you know what I mean, some girl in North Carolina,
Whoa.
right? And I cut off communication with my 2 sons and you for years, right? I know, you know,
What you're doing.
what I'm doing.
Yes.
And I'm stringing you along because there's still love there, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm living in, I still feel bad, but I'm still getting a piece of both a little bit. You have to end it. You have to end it.
Yeah, that's true.
You have
You're
to be
right.
free.
But it's not going to stop. If one of our kids decided that they wanted to give you a piece of their mind, I think that you ought to hear it.
I'm not, this is just a scenario, babe. I don't know where you're fucking
George
getting
is
all
not my
this. Yeah,
son,
yeah, yeah.
okay?
If
George,
I
if you
fucking
want
had
to
a
tell
son
your
that
dad
looked
what a
like
piece of
that,
shit-
if I had a son that looked like that, I'd kill myself.
Oh no.
He changes colors.
All right, maybe him. He's fine. He's a son I like.
He's the son.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
It's called unhelpful advice for a reason.
Yeah,
Unhelpful advice, yeah.
If I don't get the movie I auditioned for today, okay,
You want a double suicide?
How hard?
Yeah, yeah.
How hard? How many times you go in?
twice. I sent in a tape. They liked it, and I did a screen test, like chemistry test.
Is it a big movie?
It's something I want.
It'll be a hot movie that when it comes out.
Yeah.
You can't talk about it.
No.
But is it a studio movie?
It's a Netflix movie.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. Anyway, guys, I'm telling you. No, I'm being real. I'm being real.
Can I debunk that?
Yeah, I really do. You were a great guest. You were
Amazing.
amazing. And
Thank you.
I wanted to go shorter because I know you're tired. But it just happened. We could have done another hour, I think.
Yeah.
We
that
could
was natural.
And we would love to have you on again one day, man.
That's
You're
nice.
fucking amazing at this.
You were.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and if you
Maybe you'll see me in the parking lot and ask me again.
no, but if you, I really strongly suggest that you do one.
I gotta get that advice. Maybe you should tell me offline. Bert told me this too.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer did. Yeah, I mean, Bert's done it. Was here 3 weeks ago. He did ours, and it's changed my whole road numbers.
Really?
It doubled my audience just like that.
Wow.
I go to like Ontario. I was there a couple. I sell half the room. I sold out every show this time, and it's because and there was no ticket pre-test. You know, and I go, trust me, they're coming. TigerBelly fans are coming.
Do you have to can you do your jokes, or do they want to just? Can you just do podcast stuff and talk like topics like that too?
I mean, you could do your live
Yeah.
podcast as well, but you know,
This has been going on for what, 3 years? The show?
2 years.
Only 2 years. Yeah,
2 years, yeah. In the beginning, it wasn't. You couldn't see it, but I think after a couple of years, and you know,
This is awesome.
last night I was at the Comedy Store, and there was a gay Korean man from Hawaii came up to me. He goes, I just don't kind of comedy clubs, but I'm a huge TigerBelly fan. I love everyone on it. And he goes, I just needed to see you. I just needed to meet you. And we took a photo, and we talked for a bit. And then this other fat Korean dude came out, separate, right? And he goes, I'm from Ohio. I came here. I don't go to comic, but you, I had to say hi.
Why does the
King.
fat
He
boy
goes-
have an accent?
He goes, Slap King. Just call him Slap King. Right? So.
Do another one. Who else came up?
What
And
other
that's the other
Koreans?
leg.
What other
Yeah.
Koreans?
Hello. no.
China.
This is like you're getting mad at me. You're doing the voice that you wouldn't do in my movie. That's what he said to me. He goes, the voice? I'm 45. The voice? How long do I do? Which is really funny. It's true. The voice?
Cheers. Exactly.
Anyway, give Jamie Kennedy a round of applause, everybody. It was wonderful.
Jamie, any handles or anything you need to promote?
Promote.
Twitter's at Jamie Kennedy. At the Jamie Kennedy is my Insta.
Check out
Jamie
Tremors
Kennedy.
on Tremors 9 on
Tremors
6 on
Upside Down.
Netflix. But let me say something.
Yeah.
I was on Instagram. They're promoting the fuck out of that thing.
Yeah, man.
It's and it looks
Universal.
fun and campy.
Yeah.
It's cool, dude.
It's a good. It's actually.
I'm gonna watch
like
it.
Yeah, you watch it.
Yeah.
Any shows, Bobby?
I'm gonna be in Calgary this weekend.
At Yuck Yucks.
At Yuck
Like
Yucks.
the Blackfoot.
Black-
Oh yeah, I
no.
just played Yuck Yucks, dude.
In Calgary or where?
Vancouver.
I love
I love that
Vancouver.
one.
It's good.
It's a great club.
I saw your picture. Okay, wait.
I love it
Can
there.
I plug one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tacoma Comedy Club this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in Tacoma, dude, check out fucking Jamie, man.
Do it.
You know, man.
All right? He's a good dude.
Thank you, dude.
You can go say hi to him after the show, right? Do you do that meet and greet or no?
All the time. But
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing Calgary, so plug that. Sorry.
I already did it.
All right, my bad.
So make sure. So make sure you follow us on Instagram at TigerBelly, on Twitter at TheTigerBelly, and email us any questions at thetigerbelly@gmail.com. And make sure you get those sheets that Jamie loves so much at Brooklyn in promo code TigerBelly.
And the movie Dear Dictator on DVD and iTunes.
Check out the movie Dictator.
Why? Who's that? Oh, the charge. Yeah. Watch it, dear.
Watch it, check it. Yeah, we talked about it
We
earlier.
loved it.
All right, bye guys.